Welcome back, card fighters, to Metamorphosis CFV, where we talk about all things Card Fight Vanguard. Today, we'll be going over the upcoming set Divine Lightning Radiance, and breaking down what we feel to be the best and worst cards in the set by clan. In today's video, that happens to be Narukami. Before we get into that breakdown itself, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Now without further ado, let's separate the trash from the treasure. Well, to start things off, let's start at the trash side of this list at number 5. We have Lightning Cannon Eradicator Corson and Lightning Rifle Eradicator Oban. For Oban, we have on the rearguard circle, during your turn, if you have a Lightning Cannon Eradicator Corson in the same column as this unit, that unit gets plus 3000. And also, auto rearguard circle, when placed, if you have Lightning Cannon Eradicator Corson in the same column as this unit, you may countercharge 1. Now, Corson, Vanguard or rearguard circle, during your turn, if you have Oban in the same column as this unit gets plus 3k, and Vanguard or rearguard circle, at the end of the battle it attacked, while boosted by Oban. Cost, counterblast 1, bind all the rearguards in the same column as this unit, and draw 2. That includes your units. As you can tell, they hit decent numbers together and can technically take out a whole column by themselves and draw 2 cards. However, as a downside, they're part of the column that's getting nuked, so their pluses aren't really pluses as much, and the countercharge is entirely reliant on having each other in the same column. So definitely bottom 5. Okay, bringing this up to number 4. We have Martial Arts Dragon. Auto on Vanguard or Rear. When placed, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. Choose one of your opponent's front row rearguards and bind it. Also, auto Vanguard or Rearguard Circle. When your other unit's attack does not hit, this unit gets plus 5k until the end of turn. It's a very costly bind effect and doesn't pull the back row forward. At least it gets bigger the longer your opponent blocks you, but other than that, there's not really a strength and other cards just do this better. Up at number 3 on the trash side of this list, we have Thundering Armed Dragon Gassan. Auto, rearguard circle, when any player's card is bound, choose one of your opponent's back row rearguards, and you may move it to an open front row rearguard. This card, yet again, only has half of the usual abilities of the Eradicators or any other Narukami in general. It is reliant on other cards to do the same thing, is completely outclassed by so many of the grade 1s, and is utterly redundant when most cards worth running that bind front row will pull cards to the front from the back. At number 2, we have Eradicator Thunderous Beat Dragon. Continuous. Vanguard or Rear Circle. During your turn, if any player's card was bound this turn, this unit gets plus 10,000, and if it's on the Vanguard Circle, when it attacks, Counterblast 1, and this unit gets plus 1 crit until the end of turn. Relies entirely on other cards to be useful, and there are plenty of better grade 3s for Narukami, both for the Eradicator or Vanquisher list currently. At least it has a gift! And that brings us to the biggest heaping pile of trash in this list. We have Jin of Thundering Lightning Shock. Auto, Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, when it attacks, Counterblast 1 and bind another rearguard. Draw a card, and this unit gets plus 10k until the end of your turn. It doesn't have a gift, the skill is nothing special, it's not strong enough to move space away from any other grade 3 and competitive builds. Hello garbage can. Now that we have that trash out of the way, let's get to the treasure. At number 5, we have Rock Climb Dragoon. Auto, rearguard circle. At the end of the battle it attacked, if your Vanguard is Draconic Vanquisher, cost, retire this unit, draw 1 card. Cost, bind a card from your hand, choose one of your opponent's front row rearguards, and bind it. This thing is Coral Assault for Narukami, but in addition to that, it enables the mid-battle Superior Ride of full Bronto, or ridding another one of your opponent's rearguards. The synergy is great, and I'm entirely here for it. Moving on up this ladder, we have Isolation Eradicator Nusku. Auto, Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle. When placed, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 card with Eradicator in its card name from among them, and put it into your hand, shuffle your deck, and if you put a card, discard a card from your hand. This was honestly a tough call between this and Spark Rays Dragoon, and Nusku as they both fulfill similar roles in the deck. A grade 1 that is versatile in its ability to look for guards, search for your next ride, or just your next combo piece is amazing. It doesn't generate any pluses, but it does lend Eradicators one hell of a consistency boost. Halfway up this list for the treasure side of things, we have number 3, Eradicator Spark Rays Dragon. Auto, Vanguard Circle. When placed, this unit gets plus 5k power until the end of your turn. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 card with Eradicator in its card name from among them, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck, and if you put a card into your hand, discard 1. And also, auto, Vanguard Circle, when an attack hits a Vanguard, cost, Soul Blast 1, and draw a card. This is a very solid card and the ideal grade 2 ride in the Eradicator build. This thing gains power, scries for friends ensuring smooth rides or buffing the flexibility it plays for the next turn, and can draw you cards, albeit at a bit of a price. Altogether, a solid card. Okay, at the penultimate spot of the treasure side of this list, we have number 2, Eradicator Draconic Descendant. Continuous. When you would ride this card, if your Vanguard is a unit with Eradicator in its card name, this card is placed with all of their abilities until end of turn. Activate Vanguard or Rearguard Circle once per turn, cost Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's front row rearguards and bind it. If your opponent chooses one of his or her back row rearguards, and moves it to an open circle to the front row. Auto, Vanguard Circle once per turn. When its attack does not hit, counterblast 1 and discard a card from your hand, stand this unit, and it gets -1 drive until the end of turn. This card is an absolute unit, and I'm absolutely here for it. It has a mimetic skill to copy Gauntlet Buster or itself as main targets for its break ride, and Spark Rays Dragoon if it's the first for grade 3 ride. Its ability to copy itself creates a Vanguard that gets to stand twice if the opponent's guards each time. It's a cheap retire effect, and that's just gravy. And bringing us to the top of the treasure list, we are going full Bronto with Draconic Vanquisher full Bronto. Continuous Vanguard Circle. This unit is also regarded as Draconic Vanquisher. Auto, Vanguard Circle. When placed, all of your front row units get plus 10k until the end of turn. Auto, when bound from hand during your turn, if your Vanguard is Draconic Vanquisher, cost, discard a card from your hand, ride this card to stand, and this unit gets -1 drive until the end of turn. During this turn's end phase, you cannot get an Imaginary Gift Excel, and at the end of turn, ride a grade 3 from your soul as rest. This ability may only be used by a card with the same card name once per turn. Full Bronto has a free Superior Ride skill due to the gift, and on place front skill meshes with the Superior Ride, but is a welcome bonus when just ridden. Benefits from the current and future Draconic Vanquisher support makes this absolutely essential from the playstyle moving forward. And with all that said, do you agree with me, or do you think I need some divine intervention? Let us know down in the comments what you think. Until next time, card fighters, may all of your drive checks be crits, and your damage zone never floweth over.